A 1, 2, 3. It was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me, catching frogs and baseballs and climbing trees, building forts in the snow, wondering who we'd be. It was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me. Well, it's been 25 years, but it seems like today the phone might ring. We'd be off to play, never having a plan, never having a care. We were young, we were wild, no time to spare. Baseball in the summer on a homemade field, or Robin Hood with a garbage can shield. Famous musicians or soldiers at war, or brilliant athletes racking up the score. It was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me, catching frogs and baseballs and climbing trees, building forts in the snow, wondering who we'd be. It was Tony, Johnny, and Jimmy and me. We set up a net inside an old school, games around the world. We were so damn cool. The teams were always 2-on-2, never caring who won. It was something to do. We took hikes in the woods, or sometimes we'd go to a swimming hole where the water was cold. Fishing in a place where we shouldn't be. Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me. It was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me, catching frogs and baseballs and climbing trees, building forts in the snow, wondering who we'd be. It was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me. Well, time has a way of making things change. I look back now and it all seems strange. One reality then, one reality now. It all went by in a flash somehow. We're still together somewhere back then, doing it over and over again, thinking that's just the way it should be. Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me. It was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me, catching frogs and baseballs, climbing trees, building forts in the snow, wondering who we'd be. Well, it was Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me. Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me. Tony and Johnny and Jimmy and me.